It's rough. Putting my mic on. I'm here. I'm here. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of your love to me. Can never remember. Oh, there we go. Twitch. Okay. It says I've already been live for almost 2 full minutes. Don't worry, y'all. I'm about to start painting. Ooh. That should be it. I don't think there will be any more trouble from my mic till later when I try and take it off. Yippee! Alright, if y'all can hear me, give me a 1, 2, 3, hey! We'll be going live in just a few seconds, y'all. Light audio. Hey Russell, what's going on, brother? We missed you at Free RPG Day. 1, 2, 3, hey Abby, thanks for watching on YouTube. Woo! I got viewers everywhere. Thank you very much, Abby. I need to share. I actually need to share this right now. Real quickie like. Yes, 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 here we go. NSYNC has got the flow. Alright, we're gonna give it 1 more minute and then we're going live, y'all. Thanks for joining. Ooh, we got people. Yeah, I got you, Russell. I just saw the comment on Twitch. Remember, if anybody wants to help me out, all you have to do is like, share, comment. All of that helps the algorithm reach out and touch other people. Yes, Abby. NSYNC. Backstreet Boys for Backstreet Boys Forever. Okay, that's fine. There's no problem there. I listened to a lot more NSYNC when I was younger. All it is. I too like Backstreet Boys. And 98 Degrees for that matter. maybe. Oh, I just lost a few viewers. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean that. 98 degrees. Never mind about 98 degrees. Please, please. I don't need to lose viewers. Right, we're going live. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Ah, hey everybody. Oh, I'm so happy to be back streaming and having fun. The girls aren't quite asleep. It is the summer, so I'm letting them do what they want. But that's why the door's closed. If that door pops open, don't worry, it's not a ghost. It's probably somebody just short enough to be out of frame. But they will be fully clothed, so that's no big deal. Fairly certain they'll be fully clothed. Anyway, today we will be talking about Free RPG Day. Woo! Man, we had a blast at Free RPG Day this past Saturday at Board and Brew Games. It was fantastic. We played some Dungeons and Dragons. We played some Tiny Cthulhu. I was able to talk with a lot of different people about what their favorite games were, what they'd like to see more of, what they'd like to play. I got to play in a friend's one of his first games ever outside of storytelling for his family, which was fantastic. He did a phenomenal job. Nick, you did a phenomenal job. If you're watching, I love you. Great job. Everybody had a great time at the table. I also got to sit there and watch my good friend Carlos, who I've known for, I'm going to say, over a decade now, have such a great time. My good friend Abby over on YouTube is watching, and she just messaged and said that she got to watch us. She got to visit Board and Brew for the first time. She had a great time there. If you haven't been out to Board and Brew Games, I highly recommend it. They are a part brewery, part board game store. Great food, great games, great drinks, nice clean atmosphere. Highly recommend it. They also sponsor the stream, so I'm never not going to talk about them. You'll see them pop up here on the banner here pretty soon. But I had a great time for Free RPG Day. It was a little hard getting some supplies in for them, but we made sure that we had gifts for all the participants. We gave away tons of dice. We gave away some miniatures. Just a good time was had all day long, because we were there from 12:30 to almost 10 o'clock. I mean, it was like 9 something when the last session ended. But we had a good time, 9 p.m. And I definitely can't wait to do it again. Definitely going to try and do some more stuff outside of Free RPG Day, simply because it looked like a lot of people wanted to do it. So, let me check something real quick. Nope, is there? All right. Well, let's get cooking. So Free RPG Day took place this past Saturday. It happens a lot, all the time. There we go. Every year, I think it's usually the third Saturday of June each year, and it is just filled with all kinds of giveaways and neat miniatures. Oh, check it out. I'll pop one of the miniatures that I got on. Oop, the webcam. All right. So this is the Emperor, a Mind Flayer. I was able to pick this little guy up. Unfortunately, Board and Brew Games was not able to get their hands on a free RPG Day kit. We still had a great time out there. I can see this. It's kind of hard to see because of the lighting. But beautiful miniature. Tells me it's the Emperor on the bottom. WizKids makes it. This actually came out last year. It's a neat little model. Kind of looks like he's on a clear acrylic base with like a little backer. So it actually looks like he's floating. I'll paint him up one of these days. I got a lot of stuff on the old paint docket. We'll do that here pretty soon. I got this really cool deck of worlds. And it basically helps you build a homebrew setting. Right there. Build Your World, Deck of Worlds is a tool for creating instant homebrew settings filled with unforgettable landmarks, vibrant cultures, ancient mysteries, and intriguing adventure hooks. This sampler contains 35 of the 240 cards from the full deck. Pretty neat, and it tells you how to build it. You make this little beep boop pop up beep boop to create a micro setting for whatever you're running. I got a stack. I'm about to switch camera angles. Boop. I got a stack of amazing supplements. Yeah. Show you real quick. Hey, Derek and Isaac, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I went out to my local game store and they gave me all of these supplements. And supplements are what drive burnt out storytellers, because they have, and I'll show you real quick. They have neat little one-shot scenarios that you can do. This might be this is the quick start rules for Wires in the Woods. Wires in the Woods is a solo or two-player role-playing game in which you can travel across an abandoned Earth as a curious little forager. This book provides a scaled-down version of the rules to give you a taste of what to expect from the full game. The complete rulebook features an additional rules, playable creatures, settings, and prompts. There are also additional play items available, including cards, journals, and dice. So they'll hand out all these little pamphlets and things, and like this, where the Zal River flows, for something called Titan's Keep. Oh, I really like these books. So this is called Level 1. This will have a bunch of indie RPGs inside of it. Like, how many are there in it this year? When I saw this, I immediately picked it up. So I'll read the letter from the editors. Welcome to Level 1. Howdy gamers, we're back for our 6th year with a full volume of TTRPGs fresh out of the water. Our goal for Level 1 is always to feature unique and underrepresented voices. We look for games that shine a new light on an old idea or bring something new to the table. This year we have some of both. Our theme for this year's Level 1 is How the West Was Lost. We've got cowboys, the lost island of Atlantis, aliens and dinosaurs. We have precious flowers, time travel, pony tricks, horses, and more. If you like us, are worried about the fall of the West, we hope these games provide a relaxing distraction. So this is going to be filled with all kinds of Wild West games. This is also where I learned about the idea for consent before a game, because they have these really cool audience and tone gauges, right? Because I've been playing for a long time, and I usually just, all right, there's kids at the table, don't talk about this. There's adults at the table, we can go a little bit more not PG, mature. But sometimes, you know, adults don't want mature content. Sometimes they want to take things simple, or they've had a rough week and they don't want to think about blood and guts, or they don't want to think about other things. So you have to gauge the table, and that's where the transparency and content warnings come from my tables now, where I do a little checklist beforehand, just to make sure everybody's safe and give enthusiastic consent to what they're about to participate in for the role-playing game. Gave me the idea for the X card. So if there's anything going on and a player gets uncomfortable or is triggered and needs to stop the game, we find a way to stop the game and take a break, 5, 10, 15 minutes, however long it takes to reset the player, and to make sure that everybody's having fun at the table. This little Level 1 thing, and you can look them up from Free RPG Day, because it says that they have it online as well. Just look up Level 1 Free RPG Day, and it's just these little anthologies that come out. I have 3 of them from the past couple of years. This will be my 3rd one, and they always come with neat little micro RPGs that I may have tried out with the girls, or it's something that I'm tooling around with for a special occasion, or maybe one of our charity events to drop real quick. It's also where I learned about 10 Candles. That's another really interesting, emotionally connecting game, tabletop RPG. What else did I get? Old School Essentials, a Shadow Dark one shot. It looks like. Oh no, it's a Shadow. It looks like a Shadow Dark class. Shadow Dark supplement. So it actually gives you a little class for Shadow Dark. Boop. Of course, my sponsor banner is in the way. That's really neat. Of course, with every free RPG day, you're going to have the big names there. Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder. New this year, and what I was really excited about, Arkham Horror. I have loved Arkham Horror for forever now. Arkham Horror is really what sparked my love for modern horror and getting into the mythos, cosmic horrors and things like that, and doing things in more recent times. In fact, this free RPG day, I ran a game of Tiny Cthulhu by Gallant Knight Games using the Tiny D6 system, and it was so much fun. The guys had never, I think two of the guys had played before, and one of the guys was brand new, but we ran it, had a good time, told them, hey, look, this is my bread and butter. This is what I really like doing. I want to do more of these. Would y'all guys be interested? And all of them were like, yeah, I want to check it out. BrawlCon, thanks for liking the stream. Greatly appreciate it. But ran Arkham Horror, had a good time. Ran Tiny Cthulhu. This is a full adventure. One full adventure for a free RPG day. Again, if you're a storyteller, if you're a game master, things like this, it's quick, easy. Read it front to back like a magazine. You don't have to commit it to memory because you have it physically in your hand. You can also download it off of their website, and it gives you something to run, so that if you want to show somebody something quick, you don't have to make up something on the fly, which is not something that I recommend doing, just so that there is rules, regulations, and guidelines for you to follow, and you can have something that you can consistently run. I like the epic encounters because they have everything inside of them: miniatures, rules, maps. You bust one of those out, you're good to go. And if you run it once, you can run it a billion times, and you can change it up a little bit, or you can leave it exactly how it is. But this year, free RPG day, I got my hands on this Arkham Horror adventure, Comets of Kingsport. I'm excited to take a look at this. I haven't had a chance to look at anything because it happened Saturday, and I was working all day Saturday, and then Sunday was, Sunday, lay around church things, and then I went to work. So I will be looking at this over the next few weeks because I have such a large stack of things. Root, the RPG. I just started playing Root, the board game. Me and my friends have been talking about Root because of Legends of Avantris. Love those guys. They're hilarious, and they play a Root campaign two ways. They play it using the Root role-playing game, and then they play it a second time, another campaign, but they use D&D. They use 5e. They just sort of reskin the characters as the Root people, Root races, Root archetypes. I don't even know what they're called. But this year for Free RPG Day, they came out with a little quick start rule set adventure. You can go online and download it. Come on. Oop. I do have the core rulebook for this, so I'm going to take a look at it because I've been talking to my friends about running this as well. Yeah. Ooh. The Multiverse role-playing game. I have not tried this yet. I've had a lot of people ask me to run it. I've had a lot of people look into it. Indigo Montoya over on Twitch is very excited about Root. Thank you, Indigo Montoya, for watching via Twitch. There's so many things that we can do, right? Free RPG Day just gives you the outlet to try so many things. Multiverse role-playing, that's the Marvel role-playing game, create your own character. I have no idea what this is. Shift role-playing game basic rules. I will be looking into that because it looks kind of cute. Quick to learn, setting agnostic, easy to tailor to your campaign and setting. Fast player-driven character creation. It sounds a lot like Tiny Dungeon, running a Tiny D6 game. Easy to homebrew. I'll be checking that out. Looks neat. I don't think anything's going to take the place of my tiny dungeon, but I also said the same thing about Savage Worlds. Oh, Otherscape. I kickstarted this, so I'm excited to get into this. Mythic Cyberpunk RPG, a demo game. I wonder if I already have this. Test drive the new engine. This is based off of the... Where is it? City of Mists. So it's got the same idea where you have like an avatar that you switch back and forth between. But in this one, it's not just the City of Mists is really neat because you can choose an avatar like Abraham Lincoln, Little Red Riding Hood, like historical figures or folklore, yeah, all different kinds of things. This is more like you're going to be a cyber oni, or you're going to be a street ninja. I'll read the back of it to you. Otherscape is a fantasy cyberpunk RPG that combines mythology-inspired magic with the gritty, neon-lit streets of a sprawling, futuristic megacity. It takes your game group on a roller coaster ride of magical gunfights, vehicle chases, cyberspace heists, faction wars, and philosophical questions about the nature of being human and how to transcend it. So I kickstarted this, and so when I saw this on the table, I was like, well, I gotta pick this up because it might have more fun stuff in there for me. Boop. And it does. It has a lot of cool stuff that I'm going to use. And one of the things that I love about Otherscape is the branding. I mean, it is beautiful. It is... Let me show you one of the character sheets. Oh, here we go. Unagi. So this is one of their character sheets. It's a character folio, right? It'll fold out into like a poster. If I can get the glare off of that. Not big, right? I got a big old head. That's a big character sheet. On the back, everything you need to know about the character, their abilities, the stuff they do. Sherry, thank you so much for watching via Facebook. I can see you watching me. Sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me. All right. But beautiful. All of this looks great. When you make your own characters, they have like an app that you can make your own character on the app. And just like Dungeons & Dragons with their D&D Beyond, you can plug everything that you need to make your character, and it'll turn it into a nice, beautiful PDF. And then you can export that PDF and print it wherever you want. FedEx Kinko is where I go. Sherry, thank you so much for sharing the stream. I greatly appreciate that. If y'all would follow suit, just like Sweet Sherry, she shared my stream. Sharing, liking, commenting, all of that helps me gets my algorithm out and helps me get discovered. And that's what we're shooting for, so I can get more sponsors and do this more regularly. All right. I picked up some new things. Aetheral Expanse. I have no idea what it is, but it looks neat and it was free. It's level 3, 5 to 6 players. This looks like an adventure for it. So the Aetheral Expanse is a realm of high fantasy full of swashbuckling adventure on the astral plane. Portals from the elemental planes bring winds that drive ships and rain that nourishes the foliage brought from the worlds of the material plane. The expanse is full of pulsing nebulas and glimmering lights and living things made of star stuff. It beckons with the beautiful, the unsettling, and the promise of adventure. Yeah, that sounds neat. So I'm definitely going to check this out. It doesn't say what it's run off of. I'm wondering if it is a... I mean, it sounds a lot like 5e. Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, yep. This work includes material taken from the System Reference Document, the SRD 5.1 by Wizards of the Coast. So you run this. This is like a yep. Should have paid attention right there on the front. 5e compatible. So this is the setting. You can use this for your D&D games. Fallout. There's a Fallout RPG by Modiphius Games. They're the same people that make Conan the Barbarian. There's a Conan RPG. There is several other things. Nick, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Oh, I told you there's going to be a kid here pretty soon. You want to say hi? You want to say hi real quick? I'm live. Nah. Your head and your throat hurts? We just have a drink of water and we'll get you some medicine in a little bit. Thor, love you. She had a bunch of candy before bed, so that may be it. The Fallout Quick Start Rules by Modiphius. It's a 2d20 system. Infinity, that's the other game that they have. Conan, Infinity, this one. Hi, bye. Thank you, Russell, for saying hi and bye to my big baby. But I really like the 2d20 system. It's got a really neat gimmick for the storyteller to dish out a lot of interesting punishment if the players push themselves too much. And so I really enjoy the 2d20 system. Again, they had, let me see if I can find the other one before I bring this one up. Big names, of course, for role-playing games are Pathfinder, Starfinder, Dungeons & Dragons. Pathfinder and Starfinder both had little one-shot that went out for free RPG Day. One of the things that I really like about Paizo is that anything that they give out gets you something in-game. So usually by having one of these, you'll get like a special reward. I haven't looked through it. They'll give you a neat reward, like you can use a special race because you have this, or you get +1 to your roll, or you can re-roll something. But what I really like to do with these adventures is repurpose them. Now, don't use them for Starfinder, don't use them for Pathfinder. Use them for my own, Tiny Frontiers or Tiny Dungeon, because why not? It is legitimately free RPG Day, free scenarios for you to run, for you to put your friends through, that you can just, again, read cover to cover, memorize, change up a little bit, or run exactly as is. New RPG from the creators of Above and Below, Near and Far, and City of Iron. The Arzium role-playing game opens up the world of Arzium, a vast land filled with mysteries, magic, and forgotten technology. So this is a new RPG out by Red Raven. And so these people make really cool games like City of Iron, Near and Far, Above and Below. And really it's this really neat art. I don't think you can see it on the back, but I recognize the names of the games, Above and Below, Near and Far, and then this art style, which is really neat. Dreams and Machines, Modiphius Quick Start. So I'm willing to bet that this is 2d20. Lost again. Yep. All right, so this is another 2d20 game by Modiphius Games. Boop, 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 boop. Fun system. I always recommend trying new things. Dungeons & Dragons 5e is a fantastic system. It's a great. Dungeons & Dragons is eternal, right? It's never going away. But there are other systems, and there are other settings, and there are other ways to play tabletop role-playing games. That's one of the reasons why I love Free RPG Day, is because you get to learn so much about what's out there other than Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Starfinder. I mean, everything else is new. Daggerheart, Nick, my good friend Nick, has been talking about Daggerheart for weeks and weeks and weeks, months, since he picked up the book or did the Kickstarter or whatever it was. That's Critical Role's new role-playing game that they came out with, and he's super excited about it, and I'm excited that he's excited about it, because that takes him out of the realm of Dungeons and Dragons and into running something completely different, something that I'm not familiar with, so that he can be good at something different. And I definitely want to play one of the games, because it sounds like they've compiled a lot of really cool stuff from other games into this one system. So I of course, am going to give it a try. A Great Offering. Oh, this is Obajima. Right there at the bottom, Obajima. Obajima was recently on Kickstarter, and is basically Studio Ghibli Dungeons and Dragons. It's a Studio Ghibli RPG. And so it's very whimsical and very over the top. You can see these bird people chasing after what looks to be like a thief. And it's supposed to be very, very far-fetched tales. And I like the idea. And so I definitely will be taking a look at this, because I was not able to kickstart the Obajima. But I do want to get the core rule book so that I can look into it and maybe run a few sessions of it, because I have a lot of friends that love Studio Ghibli, and My Neighbor Totoro, Ponyo, and what's another one that we like? All those good movies, all the ones that we remember from forever ago. Oh, Legend in the Mist. Okay, so. Legend in the Mist is Son of Oak, and is... Yep. Alright, so Legend in the Mist is the fantasy version of City of Mist. The Mist Engine game is based on the award-winning City of Mist RPG. Look for other Mist Engine demo game, Otherscape, on Free RPG Day. So I just talked about Otherscape, which was the cyberpunk fantasy City of Mist game style. So this is their full fantasy. Let me read the back for you. Tell the legend you always wanted to tell. Spin a fireside tale of unlikely villagers setting out on a quest into a great unknown world, rife with peril and mystery. In the vein of Lord of the Rings, The Wheel of Time, Princess Mononoke, and many other classic fantasy stories. Legend in the Mist is a narrative role-playing game with optional tactical features, focusing on bringing story and gameplay together. From its simple yet versatile one-role resolution through built-in personal story arcs to support for parties with characters of different power levels. Gather your companions, journey through the countryside and wilderness, overcome dangers both natural and ancient, and then have campfire conversations about what it all means. This demo game contains the basic rules, a short adventure with unnerving evils, and 3 sample characters. Legend of the Mist will be available summer of 2025 in stores and at sonofoak.com. So, yeah, I'm playing this too. City of Mist is a very intriguing system, and it deals a lot, like it said, it is a narrative role-playing game. You really do more role-playing and talking than dice rolling. They want you to feel on that. Oh, Abby over on YouTube told me to run a one-off of that new Totoro T on 1960. She's probably talking about the Obajima. As soon as I get that core rulebook and get the rules down, Abby, I think that's a great idea. And this looks really interesting. I wouldn't say that I'm burnt out on fantasy, but I want something different. So Legends in the Mist might give me that something different that I'm looking for, whereas Otherscape and Arkham Horror and Tiny Cthulhu are exactly what I'm looking for in something different in RPGs currently. But Legend of the Mist, the rustic fantasy RPG. I will be looking deep into that. Oh, character sheets. So just like the other one that I showed you, they have beautiful, beautiful work. Let me see if I get a little bit more. Like their art is always on point. The wise one. The red Marshall. And then the last one, the apple picker. But again, definitely going to try it out. Love Son of Oak, love City of Mist. I kickstarted the Otherscape because I've really been wanting to try a cyberpunk RPG. And I really like City of Mist, and they're putting in that you have a split personality avatar that you can flip back and forth to. So excited to try that out. And the last thing that I have here is Basic Role-Playing Universal Game Engine Quick Start, made by Chaosium, the people that do Call of Cthulhu. So I'm guessing that this is the Universal Game Engine. Basic role-playing is an ideal beginner's game, but also appeals to those who wish for clear, concise rules that are easy to explain and play. Characters are based on what they can do, defined by skills and abilities rather than by abstract roles or classes, and they advance by using their skills successfully in play. Interessante. Chaosium's offering for Free RPG Day the Basic Role-Playing Quick Start. It's a quick and easy entry point to Chaosium's robust line of products. Oh, so basically this is the rules. So this should be the quick start for Call of Cthulhu, RuneQuest, Pendragon, Age of Vikings, and more. Really neat. It's also the 50th anniversary of Chaosium. Woo! That's pretty neat. And so for a little bit of history, Call of Cthulhu is what got me into looking at modern horror. Like my good friend Danny Dean wants to run an old school Call of Cthulhu game, but there's just so much to it. GM Broham, I'm guessing that's you, Brian. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for liking the stream. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for following. If you're watching, please like, share, comment. It helps the algorithm get me out there. But Call of Cthulhu is really what sparked my love for modern horror and trying to play role-playing games with that mindset, and digging deep into that. So this is the basic system that I'm guessing that it all rides on, which in all honesty is not for me, because they use percentile dice. Yep, D100, and there's just so much stuff to do. If you want a big, crunchy RPG, this is what you should try out. Like, everything's a roll. Everything is we'll do this. There's a character named Trevel in here, and he's got, when he attacks with his rapier, it's a 50% chance. Brawling, he gets 60%. Skills, 65%. And so I believe you have to roll under to achieve what you want to do. But I need to take another look at this. I just know that percentile dice are not my friend. I prefer D6s or D20s. That max D20s. But percentile dice means basically up to 100%. I don't think so. But that is my free RPG Day haul. Very happy with everything that I got. I was able to head out to Etten Games and Comics. Etten Games, sorry, not Games and Comics. Etten Games, right before they closed, and they had a bunch of the free RPG Day things out. Their wonderful cashier was like, "Oh, go ahead and take whatever you like. This is everything that's left over." and we don't want it. So I was like, one, and walked off. I even won something, so I need to go up there and actually pick something that I won, because I won one of their raffles. I need to go up there and pick. But before we conclude for the evening, I'm going to start the slap chop method on my newest miniature. So if you are familiar with my games that I play in I'm in a D&D game. Joe, thanks for liking the stream, Joe. I'm in a D&D game, so let me show you my D&D character. Do not end the stream, Ramirez. Take it easy. All right, so all right, so this is my D&D character. His name is Dormir. He is a Circle of the Stars druid. He wrote in his little book. He's firing off like a... It looks like lightning, but I wanted it to be radiant, like radiant damage or radiant blast. Guiding bolt is what I was thinking when I did it. I'm not a very big fan of the color blue, but I thought that my druid would want something, would be like of cool colors, and I didn't want to be a normal green or brown druid. So I got this for my Circle of the Stars druid. This is the longest campaign that I've played in with my good friend Annie Dean. Dormir is currently level 6, and this past Sunday we handled some business. We had a lot of fun fighting some plague monsters. They were supposed to be plague victims, but they were not victims at all. They were attacking us and trying to maim and harm us. So we put them down, and then we took care of a heretical prophet who was using demonic magic to trick an entire village into thinking that he was with the church and good and honest, when really he was just trying to help cleanse the land. This is Dormir. Here is my buddy, my favorite Call of Cthulhu, Tiny Cthulhu character, Marco Verona. They were laughing at me a couple of months ago because they were like, "Oh, it's Luigi." Like, no, that's not Luigi. And they're like, "Yeah, look how you painted him." I was like, man, it's Luigi. But this is my modern horror Call of Cthulhu character. When I play East Texas University, I'm always myself. So here is me. Thanks, Brian. Or GM Brohan. But here is me. My good friend painted this for me. It's broken several times. One of my favorite miniatures. John, if you're watching, I still have them. I still love it very much. And so now, all of these characters are made with Hero Forge, including this last one, who I'm going to get started today, and we'll finish up on a different stream. But this is going to be for we're doing a Castlevania one-shot. We picked up a really cool supplement for Dungeons & Dragons 5e called Veil of Night, and it's basically Castlevania. Like, it gives us werewolf classes, it gives you a monster hunter class. It's the Belmonts. You get legacy weapons. Your weapons level up with you. It's got a bunch of different rules for doing that for not just weapons, but armor, accessories, things that you can upgrade as you level up. So like, yeah, that's really cool. Let me go ahead and check out and see what there is. So my good friend Adam and I were looking at the different classes, and there's a really cool demon race that you can be, and then obviously it's using the 5e rules, so you can pick any of the regular 5e classes, and then what the book offers is new subclasses for those. So like there's a couple of different barbarians, there's a couple of different fighters, which of course my good friend James is going to pick up a fighter and be a Belmont. I was looking through it and I was having so much fun with Dormir as a Circle of the Stars druid, and I was like, oh, let me see what else there is. There are 2 new classes in the book, and one is the vampire class and the other is a lycanthrope. When I say lycanthrope, it's not just werewolf. You can be a wereboar, you can be a werebear, you can be a werecat, you can be a wererat, and they all have different stats and abilities. Like it's the classes, the same class, but you do different things with each one, and there's like 7 different things you can be. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a werebear. I've always wanted to be a werebear. And the class specifically says, oh, you're going to want a multi-class to get the most out of this, because it's basically just, it adds like a little bit of flavor to something else. Yes, werebear. But now I was like, oh no, I don't want a multi-class. I'm lazy. I don't like min-maxing and figuring that all out. I just need something cool. I want something different. And I looked into it, and there is a new druid subclass for the game, and it is the Circle of the Tarot. So you pick a druid, and he uses tarot cards as his spell focus, and you use an actual tarot deck. The player uses a tarot deck, and you shuffle it every game, and you deal yourself out a certain amount of tarot cards, and each tarot card does something different. Werefish. Pokestar16 over on Twitch says that he wants to see a werefish. We'll see about a werefish. I've seen a wereshark. I don't know about a were clownfish or a were minnow. But I picked up a druid of the tarot, and so this is going to be my character. See if I can get him. He's holding these little deck of cards. He looks like a hunter. I was going for like a Care Bear Werebear. Abby over on YouTube said Care Bear Werebear, and I am going to make a shirt about that now. Care Bear Werebear. Cervantes, Duros Cervantes is his name, and he's going to be a druid of the tarot, and I'm going to play him as like a traveling snake oil salesman. So he uses the cards to buff him and his mates, or debuff the bad guys, and then I'm going to try and use his abilities to put us into a better advantage. Thank you, GM Brohan. I like the hat too. But he is primed. He is set and ready to go. So all I'm going to do is start the dry brushing. Boop. Again, we will be using my all-time favorite, Proacryl by Monument Hobbies. They do not sponsor the stream, but if anybody knows them, yeah, I could use that. I could use that help. Don't need a lot because I'm just going to dry brush this one model. The one thing that I love about the slap chop method is that it takes your models from basic, prime, and gunk and really drives out all of the details with a simple dry brush, right? And because the minis on Hero Forge are so well done, there's so many little details on here that this slap chop method is just going to look amazing with. And here's a little tip. This is a secret from me to you. I don't like painting faces. So if you cover up a majority of their face when you make your model, you don't have to paint them faces. Use his hat and his collar to hide most of his face. He's gonna have a red overcoat and like a burgundy hat, because I don't have a red I don't have a red character yet. All right. Marco is green. Dormir is blue. So he went from looking completely black to the details just popping out because of this dry brush. And that's all I did was dry brush him. This slap chop method is probably my favorite way to paint right now, simply because it's so easy and fun. And novice painters can get a lot out of it that way. But also experienced painters like myself can really, really, really drive out details and drive out extra bits. I'm trying. PokeStar 16 over on Twitch said, one day I'll have the full rainbow of characters. And you would think that with as many games as I've played, as many characters as I've developed, that I'd have them all already. But I really haven't gotten a chance to play a lot. I'm always running games. But Duros Cervantes is done with his dry brush. See that? Actually, we need to make sure that I get. I'm gonna go back and probably paint those edges gold. But all right, we'll be painting him on another stream, probably alongside those bandits I still need to paint. Always, always, always clean your brushes immediately if you can. We're gonna switch it up to close out the video. I want to thank everybody for watching, for stopping by and listening to me talk about role-playing games and painting miniatures. Real quick, I had talked about it on my own personal page. I want to talk about it right here real quick. because I want to make sure that everybody knows that June is actually Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I haven't seen anything on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok about it, and that makes me very sad. Mental health in general is extremely important and should be shared as often as possible so that everybody has a chance to have an outlet, right? The past few years have been very difficult for me, emotionally, mentally, and I would not be where I am right now if it wasn't for friends and family that were looking out for me and my mental health, loving on me and supporting me emotionally, financially, everything. And that all rolls into one big, where's my depression gone? Where am I getting anxiety from? Where am I looking to cope? How am I coping, right? And that's all important to think about. And it hasn't been mentioned at all on my Facebook feed. And so I just wanted to say that it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I already did my little spiel on my own Facebook page, Mike Ramirez, Mike Snorlax Ramirez, if you want to look me up. Theo Choco, thanks for watching from Venezuela. But take the opportunity to look into that. Take the opportunity to look into any mental health help that you can for yourself or for others. I have had a plethora of men stand up and help me over the past few years. Stand by my side, pray for me, help me out financially, made sure that me and my girls had a safe place to stay. And it's important. It's important to have that, not just as a man, but as anybody, as a person, to have that mental health help, to have that support, to have to understand that there are people out there that love you, and sometimes it feels like you aren't loved or that you're unlovable, but you are. If nobody else is going to say it to you, I love you, and I care about you, and I care about your health, physically and mentally. So look for those things. Look for help. Look for people to let into your circle to care about you, because there are people that want to care about you. There are people that love you. I love you. So with that, we're going to say goodbye. I hope that you have a good night. Always remember that you are loved, and no matter what, no matter how many walls ahead of you there are, you can put them behind you. Yes, there is always someone that you can